Welcome to stream 6 of Nascimento Marketing's 32 Blitz presented by Living Sport. I'm Christopher Nascimento and I'm from Nascimento Marketing, probably given away in the name. And let's go through today's guest. Before we do that, I will mention that today's going to be a little different. We're just going to do one larger game and the winner of that kind of moves on. So let's get into today's guest. Top to bottom, Andrew George on top from Baldwin Wallace University. Want to give us a little breakdown of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, for sure. So, like Christopher said, my name's Andrew George. I'm from Baldwin Wallace University in Berea, Ohio, next to the Browns practice facility. Shout out Browns. And I am a sport management major with a double minor in criminal justice and sociology. And probably in my 2 years at BW, the biggest highlights of what I've been able to do, what I've been blessed with, really, is my first 2 years as a freshman. I worked the Super Bowl in Atlanta through my sport management club program. And this past Super Bowl, I worked in Miami too with our program, and that's kind of the sports side. But I also have a really big interest in civil rights and a lot of the stuff that has been going on now with the recent murder of George Floyd. And right before the virus hit, I actually got to go down to Atlanta, Georgia, and Selma, Alabama, and went go on a civil rights themed trip where I got to go to different museums, different monuments, and I got to have lunch with people that walked alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and really just talk with them about what's been going on in our country for many years. So that's kind of me. Those are probably my biggest interests. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, no, that's great and great to hear that you're interested in all that stuff. Um, Tobias, do you want to kind of give a breakdown of? Actually, you know what? Sorry, not to cut you off. You guys maybe want to start doing the selections, and then we can start talking once the game loads.
All
So,
right.
like I said, you guys know how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do two randoms, and if you don't like your two randoms, then you're gonna get stuck with your third. So let's start now. Do it at the same time. You guys can let us know live who you guys have.
All right.
I'll just be posting that we're currently live, so that's why I've been looking at my phone.
You got Miami.
You got Miami. You were joking about this on the start.
I got Tampa. Cleveland.
He's going Cleveland, I
I
bet.
got the Broncos.
So, are we doing Broncos Browns?
I'm wearing the jersey.
He has to.
It's like immoral if I don't.
Tobias, are you going for a third?
No, I'm sticking with the Broncos. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
good.
So once we get that going, Tobias, please do your introduction afterwards and let us know, who you are, what you do, and what you're about.
Okay.
I'm just gonna post now that we're live.
Okay, yeah, but I'm Tobias Bass. I actually graduated from Texas Tech in 2018. Last year I was in grad school at Tech. I'm still currently in grad school. I'm just finishing it online. But our time at Tech, I worked for KCAC 88.1 The Raider. It's a radio station there. I was the co-host for the radio, our sports show, and I was a sports reporter for the station as well. I covered all Texas Tech sports. Probably the biggest highlights of my career so far, I've been covering the last year's Final Four in Minneapolis. I got to go because my Red Raiders were obviously there. Unfortunately, we lost, but I could get a bunch of experience, meet a bunch of different people meet a bunch of different connections. I met John Thompson and Grant Hill, etc. And then the second biggest highlight was probably November. I went to St. Louis. Our station actually got selected to speak at a conference for college broadcasting. So we were one of the speakers there. We got to flew out to St. Louis. It was a pretty good time. I'd never spoken before in a conference setting, so I was a little nervous, but it was fun. It's definitely something I could definitely remember for the rest of my life and take it with me. And so far with the pandemic, I've just been trying to just work on my craft as much as I can. Just doing a bunch of content, interviewing athletes and things like that.
Yeah. No, that sounds great. Nicole, do you want to kind of give a quick breakdown?
Yeah. So my name is Nicole Tecklitz. I am with the presenting sponsor, Living Sport. I am alumni of the Living Sport Dublin trip 2019, so it was last year, where we got to study the sport culture of Dublin. So we got to play hurling, Gaelic football, and I'm blanking on the other sport we learned how to play.
Rugby?
No. I'm forgetting, sorry. And then we worked the Tough Mudder in Ireland,
Mm-hmm.
where I met somebody from Pennsylvania who I stay connected with, and I gave him a lot of free stuff when I was at an Eagles game. So I do work with the Philadelphia Eagles. I do fan ambassador. I work training camp. I do special events at the link, so anything non-sports related. And then I'm just doing like regular game day staff for concerts. I also work for Lehigh Valley Phantoms as an energy team member. I will start grad school in August with West Virginia University with an online degree in integrated marketing communications with a specialization in public relations leadership.
Wow.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, well, thank you everyone for coming on, and just quick plug because it's my stream and I like to plug my podcast. If you're going into integrated marketing, I have a great guest on my podcast that is the senior director of the NHL in integrated marketing. So she's talked about pretty cool promotions and commercials they've kind of worked with, like Budweiser and things like that. So that's something to check out. The Route podcast on all major platforms. And now I'm Christopher Nascimento. This is my friend Leo Chimanga. He's here to have a different perspective today. Leo, do you want to kind of give a breakdown of who you are?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Leo Chimanga, currently enrolled at Carleton University for social work. Been Chris's friend since 4th grade, and I guess he brought me on to be the comedic relief today.
Yeah.
So that's what I have for right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm Chris Nascimento. I just finished a Bachelor's of Commerce degree in marketing. I'm currently working with Atletico Ottawa. So that's the new soccer team here, owned by Atletico de Madrid. And yeah, I do marketing. I do clearly my personal brand at Nascimento Marketing. Check it out. And yeah, that's a bit about me. That's a bit about Leo. That's a bit about everyone here. So with that, just to confirm, Tobias is the Broncos. They're in white. And then Andrew clearly is in brown because he's a Browns fan who is from Cleveland. Or
Yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, you can't tell. I can't.
I'm not sure what gave it away.
Sorry, I just got a notification here. Apparently, Cam Newton is gonna sign with the Patriots.
Are you serious?
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Did you see that?
They don't want to give anyone else a chance.
No. Okay, so congratulations. I just made it to another Super Bowl. I'm a Pats fan for anyone that didn't know.
Dude, look at that! Look at this news break on the air.
Hey,
Wow.
Adam Schefter, I know you're listening to this. Give me a job. Thank you. No, I already have one.
They're still not being the Cowboys, guys. Just to let you know.
Y'all won't make the playoffs. The Eagles are going to win y'all division.
No, come on, stop it.
Eagles all the way.
We have Zeke. Who do we do? CD Lamb? Come on, it's over.
Is this game updated? Does it have
It has a 100 logo on the field. I saw.
this game?
Yeah.
So what? That's Madden 20 because last year was 100, right?
Yeah.
Wait. Do you guys have the new draft picks in here, or is that only online? Like when you play like MUT or whatever it's called?
I think the draft picks are here, and I don't think so. I wish.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Who's the one that went to the Broncos?
Judy, they got KJ
Jerry?
Hamler.
No, the receiver.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, they
Jerry
got
Jones. Not Jerry.
Jerry Jeudy?
Jerry Jones.
Judy.
Jerry
My
Jones.
bad.
He
I'm
told the
tired,
Cowboys.
man. You don't know. Yesterday I had a stream, so I worked yesterday morning, so I had to finish something for a promo that we filmed on Friday. So finished work, went to my aunt's house for a barbecue, fell asleep on a couch, and my sister had to wake me up and speed home to get me live for the stream. So I'm incredibly tired, but we keep going, we keep pushing, just like the Broncos are going down the field. So
Nice connection right there.
thank you. I should. Hey, CBC,
I like
TSN, ESPN. If you want to give me a job.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Or sponsor my podcast or sponsor anything. Sponsor me at life. But yeah. Andrew, I'm sorry if I didn't hear this correctly, but are you graduated?
No, I'm gonna be a junior in the fall.
Okay. And you're what field specifically are you trying to get into after school?
So a big thing for me is with my interest with a lot of social issues that's kind of been going on is a good tackle, but I would kind of following school kind of like to be able to mix. As I mentioned before the stream, I'm a huge basketball guy. Basketball is always my favorite thing. So to be able to kind of mix raising awareness and kind of pushing forth different issues specifically regarding racial inequality There's a lot of people in basketball in particular, like Eton Thomas, former player for the Wizards, Caron Butler, David West, that are kind of pushing that awareness aspect of it. So kind of using your platform. So I know there's a couple of different organizations I've looked into. One of them is the Ross Initiative for sports like inequality.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically do everything I kind of just said, is like use their platform to raise awareness for certain issues. So that's kind of the direction I'm moving in right now.
Okay. And what type of position or what company or team do you get involved with? Something specifically like that?
Team, I'm not really sure. I mean, I would like to ideally relocate out west. I used to live in Arizona, and
Okay.
to be honest, the weather is much better than what we got going on in Cleveland. So to go somewhere out there, whether it be Lakers, Clippers, like something basketball related, I feel like that would be ideal. I do have a podcast. Shout out Off the Wall. I'm gonna plug that in real fast.
Just
Mike
quickly,
Smith.
Quickly. No.
Quickly, Michael Smith, my co-host. If you're watching, put the link in there.
No, we know he's watching, right? Hey, Andrew, we know he's watching just like everyone else in the world. This is a huge stream. Everyone's watching this. And, so our LinkedIn's will be blowing up after this here. I'm just going to hold on Zoom right now so you can find out everyone's name. Leo Chimanga. It's not there, but pretend it is.
But yes, it kind of like going off that. Like, so I do have the podcast. I've been doing some journalism internship, with a local Cleveland media outlet called Freshwater Cleveland. So I love to write. So I've been kind of, I guess, the media aspect I can kind of say to sum it all up with everything with that I'm interested in is something that seems cool.
No, yeah, that's for sure cool. You touched on so many things. I'm trying to think of what to say.
Yeah, sorry. I know.
No, that's good. Please, if you guys can just talk the whole time and I can close my eyes a bit, that's good too. But no, that's great stuff. And it's good to hear that you want to get involved and make that change. And it only takes like one person to make that change, whether it's with a league or team or anything, just changing the culture. But what's the score? 3-0. Oh, Tobias is winning. Tobias, do you want to, I'm guessing from what you were saying earlier, just kind of interviewing players, kind of going off that, are you using your Texas Tech connections? Are you trying to get involved with a broadcasting company like ESPN? Sorry if I'm not familiar with other American ones, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to use all my connections as possible. A place, if ESPN called me today, sure, I would work for them. But a place I really would like to work for, if I could pick, would probably be like the Athletic or like CBS, particularly, but or Fox Sports as well. But yeah, like over this pandemic, man, I've really just been interviewing a bunch of NFL, XFL, WNBA players. I actually got to interview Renee Montgomery, the WNBA player, the one that she said she's sitting out to fight social injustice. I actually got to interview her probably like a month ago. She's super, super nice. I just pretty much been doing that. I've just been getting my hands, I guess, just dirty in a bunch of different stuff, podcasts. I'm also doing some sports marketing as well. So I'm just trying to find different ways to just make money, in these times right now.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's great to hear because for sure after the pandemic, everyone's going to be looking for more well-versed candidates, not just someone that can, specialize in one specific area of the business. But kind of building on that, do you mind maybe sharing your kind of networking techniques or even interviewing techniques on how you get a hold of these, executives or even players as well?
Some of one for me, LinkedIn is a very, very powerful tool. I actually was put on LinkedIn, I would say probably a year too late, but I've been using it about a year. But LinkedIn is powerful. That's how I actually met Renee Montgomery. I just, DM'd her and she said yes. But for the most part, some of the athletes, I might know them personally, or I might know someone that knows them. So I usually go through them. I might slide in someone's DMs and things like that. Me, covering a lot of college basketball, I was lucky enough to travel a lot, so I was able to meet some of these people personally. And my little brother, he actually played basketball in college. He just graduated, so he kind of was a stepping stone for me as well. But, most of them, they're really, really nice people. So if you do DM them or ask someone that knows, they're probably going to tell you yes. I don't think any of them have told me no, so I guess I'm been definitely very blessed for that.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And just kind of segueing on the networking thing, Nicole, you touched on how you got in contact with someone from the Eagles and kind of kept close with them, and I think you said you gave free merch too. something like that. You kind of want to touch on your experiences networking and how you kind of got to where you are now.
So I started everybody at Kutztown, which is where I graduated. They wanted an internship to count during senior year, like your last semester of college. I wanted to be proactive. I started my internship with the Lehigh Valley Steelhawks my sophomore year of college. So I worked just like a basic running on the promos, like on the field, getting like the basic stuff, like making sure the promos are all lined up and ready to go when they're about to go, selling 50-50 at the gates. Like I was doing everything. Then I was invited back for my second year and I had a more of a leadership role. So I was on headset. So between the game coordinator up in the press box down to like field level. So I got people from the locker room onto the field for player intros. I got the kids lined up for the high five line. Onto the field, I got the halftime performances of the dancers, all that. I got that online on the field. And then my third year, I was like in the office preseason, and I did a lot of making sure everything was like, I was a head intern. So any interns had any questions or any fans had questions, they would direct them to me. So I felt like I was kind of like part-time in a way. So that was because of my high school teacher who I kept in contact with. And then because I had that experience, it helped me get with the Philadelphia Eagles, who I've been with now for what would be my third year.
Okay, nice. So just kind of building on being proactive and, Andrew's touching on change as well. Maybe we'll start on being proactive first before we get into change. What do you find is the best way to kind of get noticed? So you kind of touched on almost like being part-time, but then kind of feeling having a larger role. Do you guys feel like there's anything else that people can do to kind of get noticed or, break out?
So obviously LinkedIn, as Tobias said before, is a very powerful tool. One of my coworkers at the Eagles, she interned with the Philadelphia Flyers in their public relations department. And she was like, oh, if you ever want to come shadow, just have a feeling of what we do in public relations, shoot me a text and we'll see about getting you into shadow. So I actually shadowed March 10th. So that was the last NHL game before for the Flyers anyway, before Corona hit. So I got to go, I just stayed up in the press box. So job shadowing is a major key, and also just helping build your network. So I got to network with a lot of Flyers, big people. Don't remember their names. I don't want to say their names on here, but I got their business cards. I sent them my resume. So I'm going to try to keep in contact with them.
Yeah.
So job shadowing was also key.
How about you guys? Are you guys a little too focused? I see Andrew. Look at Andrew, just completely stone-faced, just trying to focus on the game. Andrew, you're making Nick Chubb a little disappointed here with
Dude, disappointed to say the least right now. This is I had that 40-yard run off the screen and then just threw that interception. You don't
It's
like to see
Mayfield.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Dude, I guess so. But so sorry, Chris. What were we gonna say?
I was just chirping your play. No. But Tobias, also a little hint here. If you want to see what actually wait. Who's the Broncos again? Tobias is the Broncos.
Oh!
I guess we're late. We're a little late here. Oh, fumble. Did you run it in? No. Oh, nice. Okay, maybe I should have chirped you earlier. You're welcome. I think I rubbed off my good luck on you. But man, I can never remember what I was gonna say. But
You're talking to Tobias.
What were you saying?
That's a good question. Oh yeah, Tobias. If you wanna see his plays calling, you can go on the Twitch channel and you can see it pretty easily. But that's a little joke.
Oh, another interception, dude. Oh my lord, I'm choking right now.
Wait, you just threw one?
Yeah, I'm choking.
Wow, my thing is delayed a little bit here.
Well, that's everyone's. Everyone's is delayed because obviously the stream, yes, we're not as on time as they are because they're playing it live. It's about 5 seconds delayed or something.
This is an average game for Baker Mayfield.
I'm blowing it.
I was just thinking.
I thought we were playing. Chris, I thought we were gonna play 2K initially.
Wait, you guys were playing 2K?
Yeah, I can't play 2K.
Yeah, that's how I know we weren't playing 2K. No, you guys are never playing. Oh, yes, Andrew, you wanted to play. 2K is more for the second round. Only people playing 2K this round, so out of 16 games, no one matchup in the Canadian bracket's playing, and then 3 in the American are playing 2K. But 2K, I only allow people to play 2K, like last case scenario, because that's the game I was going to use because a lot of people have that, but we'll see if we can even... Obviously, I want the whole tournament to go because that was the plan. But logistically, if people don't have the games, because we've been having upsets. I was hoping, not that I was hoping, but certain people had more games than the others, so it would have made it easier logistically speaking. So we'll see how everything goes. But Andrew, all well-versed athletes can, they don't make excuses, and I hope you're not, because Baker, I know you're watching this. You'll get him back next year, Tiger. Don't worry about it. But,
on a Sunday night, Baker Mayfield's definitely streaming this right now with his kids. Well, not just have kids, with his fiance.
You'd be surprised. Actually, funny story. I actually spoke to his marketing representative. I got to part of the reason why I got into sports marketing was when the local hockey team here, Ottawa Senators, they were going through attendance issues. So I was going to games and I was like, oh, I would do this, and it was kind of like sparking all these marketing interests for me. And everything I would watch, so I was initially in accounting for reference, and everything I would watch, whether it was a movie or something else, sports marketing was always the key factor in everything. So I was watching a romantic comedy. I like those, don't judge. And the characters in the movie were running an ad for Nike running. So he's taking off the jersey. Come on, Andrew. He's putting on another one. He's putting on another one.
Are you putting on Garoppolo?
What's this one? Kaepernick.
Yes, sir.
My God.
My team, wrong jersey.
I was planning to do a different jersey every quarter, but about 3 minutes into the second quarter, I realized I forgot to switch, so it was too late.
How many jerseys do you have?
Don't worry about it. No, I'm kidding. I got.
Don't worry about it.
No, I got. Well, I have a lot more basketball jerseys. If we had more time, I'd take you on a little MTV Cribs tour.
We can do it right after the game. We'll do it after the game.
Yeah, if you want, I can take you. It's a site.
Is
to
it a
see.
nice shrine?
Yeah. And hopefully, maybe we can get Baker Mayfield because I know you're watching this. Maybe go to Andrew's house, sign some things, sell it on eBay.
Yeah, just free of charge if you have any time.
Yeah.
You should really take tips from Baker Mayfield's marketing person, because he was in so many commercials last year. He didn't play, good at all. He was horrible.
Whoa. Wait. His marketing rep was pre-draft and maybe first year. It wasn't last year.
Oh, okay, because last year's dude, he needs to raise.
He needs a raise. Actually, it might have been him last year. I don't know, but he gave me some great advice. But they're no longer together. But he gave some great advice, and he was one of the people that kind of. There goes the Twitch.
Network issues, it looks like.
Andrew's doing this on purpose. When he got up to switch the jersey, it was just an act. He went to go cut the internet.
Oh, I was just making a comeback.
Yeah, sure you were. No.
The
Let's see
connection
if we can
was
get the Twitch back here. Someone tell a joke, Leo.
No,
just
I
kidding.
wasn't prepared. I had to take out my notebook.
Yeah.
The connection was lost.
Leo's here just Wait, is your game still going on?
No, it canceled. I was feeling a comeback.
Canceled.
The game stopped.
Canceled
Yeah.
or is it paused?
No, it said the connection's been lost.
The connection was lost.
Oh.
It was going great.
Here, well, we're about halftime, right?
Yeah, it was the.
And Tobias was up 9, so let's just play half a game. And the only way Andrew wins is if he beats Tobias by 9, because that's fair.
So exactly by 9, or at least like 9
or more. 9 or more.
Yeah, at least a touchdown and a field goal.
It would have to be 10.
What? You cut out. We can't hear you. Hello?
I can't hear him either.
No.
Tobias, are you there? Well, this is the best part about streaming. Bell, 5, Internet. If you want to sponsor me, please do so.
Dude, I gotta say, I was balling earlier.
Yeah, Tobias said you would have to win by 10. Exactly, you would have to win by 10 since he was winning 9-0 last time.
What about overtime? No, I'm kidding. 10's cool.
No, at least 10. At least 10.
At least 10.
What do you want the minutes to be at? 3 minutes? Like
No. Well, the second half just started, correct?
Oh, so we want to
So just play a half. Just start it off at a half. Like the first, just start off a game.
can we? Oh, you just want to? Oh, okay.
Like
I got you.
continue like kind of the settings you guys had, and we'll just play one half of the game.
Yeah, I got you.
And then you just have to win by 9.
All right. A little comeback never hurt nobody.
Mhm.
Let's see what we got going on.
So, honestly, I know you guys are all from the States, and everyone here wants to kind of get into sports, maybe except Leo. But what is it? Oh yeah, do you guys have any interest? So you guys, Andrew, you touched on being a big basketball fan. Nicole, I know you said you're working with the Eagles, and you kind of mixed in with the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Tobias, I don't think you said specifically what sport, but you said broadcasting. But obviously, the sports world is larger than just the markets that you're each in. Would you guys ever consider going abroad or even to up north to Canada or something like that to try out maybe a different sport like hockey or the CFL or anything like that?
Hockey, I like hockey. I guess my next one would probably be, so if you took basketball, football away, I would probably pick soccer.
Soccer?
would probably be my next one.
So there's a new soccer league in Canada that just started last year. It's called the Canadian Premier League, and it's basically like the CFL where I think 50% of the team or roster has to be Canadian. So it's to kind of improve Canadian talent because unfortunately Team Canada has been doing that well on the men's women's national team, doing very well. But since I think it's 2026, 2028, the next World Cup's coming to the States, maybe North America as a whole. So I think that's kind of the vision behind it, trying to kind of promote Canadian soccer and kind of develop it from there. But maybe that's a league you can kind of look into because I think they're always expanding it. They might be trying to include another team soon. But all the teams are kind of in their initial phase, so there's definitely some help that would be needed in any type of market. How about Nicole or Andrew?
I would like to try the CFL maybe.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever tuned into it or watched the game?
I watched the Grey Cup.
Wow. She's like, yeah, Grey Cups. I'm not gonna lie, like not a lot of people know about that.
Yeah, I watch it sometimes.
What do you guys think? I don't know if you guys have seen the CFL like Nicole, but what do you think of the extra yardage, the reduced downs?
I mean, I worked in arena football, so kind of the rules are somewhat similar.
That's insulting, but okay.
I'm sorry.
But no, it's actually pretty good football. You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys who end up, people that end up doing well in the CFL, they kind of move up, more defensive linemen, linebackers, things like that. But you have guys like Manziel and other players who kind of. Andrew, are you sending the invite? Andrew, did you get the chat message?
Yeah, I sent it
Okay.
a little bit.
Yeah, but the CFL, I know a big thing too when Americans kind of come to Canada, they think, oh, it's a smaller league, not as big of a deal. But I know some players struggle with it because it is high level football.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually have a stream that I did with a CFL player a couple weeks back, and he's from Florida, I believe, and he was telling me how he was so impressed playing the league now and how well the Canadian talent is. So a little pump for the tires here for the Canadians. But Andrew, Tobias, is your internet or audio gone? Nope, we're good. We can hear you.
It was a few minutes ago. That's why I was typing it.
Yeah, no problem. I guess maybe let's try to figure this out because I know Tobias has to go. But
I just sent it again, Tobias. Maybe it didn't come through the first time.
Sure. Worst case scenario, we'll just jump straight to MTV Cribs.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty sweet. If you want to see it.
No, we will be seeing it. Maybe we can just let Tobias leave early because I know he has to go. But maybe after the game, or if the game never. Oh, it looks like you guys are matched up. So what is it? Yeah, we're just gonna continue playing the one half. But hey, Tobias, what's the playbook you pick? You're going too fast.
I picked the Cardinals. I play with like 4. I play with the Cardinals, the Saints, the Chiefs, the 5, the Eagles or the Lions. It depends.
Mm-hmm.
It depends.
Is there specific plays that you're looking for that you enjoy?
Yeah, I picked the playbook based on like the personnel that I have. This is like really, really nerdy, but when Madden first comes out, the first thing I do is like I pick random teams, I try to see these playbooks like I can remember because I like playing defense better than I do offense. So I can like remember plays better.
Like
So I'm
RPOs
like,
better.
uh, the RPOs are solid if you know how to use them. I don't use them that much though because I mess up too much. But yeah, I try to just remember the plays. I like playing defense. I love like scouting and like watching film. So I do that like a lot. I do it on my own. So yeah, that's one of the first things I do. I just pick like random playbooks, see which ones I can remember. So when I play certain people, based on the formation that they run, I can remember what routes people run. So it's nerdy, but it just helps me.
Oh, that's impressive, actually. And I'm shocked that you prefer playing defense then.
We always talk about that.
Yeah,
we hate playing defense.
Defense on the game sucks. Maybe because we're not that good at the defense, but I used to be really good at Madden. Probably like 5 years ago, I used to shut people out.
He's lying, guys.
No,
Stop.
yeah,
He's lying.
There's videos.
It never happened.
There's videos, but
I was there.
Yeah, exactly. So you're here now. Yeah, but I suck now. I'm awful. I think I did a few streams, like one-on-one, where we're just talking current sports and stuff like that. Blown out every time. As soon as I start talking about marketing and my ideas, boom, 4 pick sixes, game over.
That's always his excuse. Oh, we're just talking about it. You just always lose.
Hey, look at the name, Nascimento Marketing.
Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet for now.
No, just kidding. But yeah. Sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna. I mean, I was gonna say like ironically, this was the Madden that I was good at, out of all the ones that have been made recently. But
You find this one's different?
I think it's the best they've ever made, in my opinion. So my brother and I have this thing where we have like every Madden. So we've always been like PlayStation guys, and so we have every Madden that's ever been made for PlayStation like 2 and up. So all the way from Eddie George on Madden 01 with Tennessee to like Mahomes now. So I just think it like the gameplay is just really smooth, and it's just the best that they've had, and I think it's the best they've made.
Yeah, I agree.
See, I have the new one, so I sold my PS4 near the start of university to kind of focus on my academics a bit more. And then, on my marketing page, it said who want to see like some type of PS4 event or content, and there was a huge reception. People want to do so. So I bought a PS4 the next day, bought all the current sports games, and I started playing it again. And sorry, another piece of news for the Patriots. Patriots fined $1.1 million and lose a 3rd round pick for filming the Bengals sideline in week 14.
They finally got caught.
Are you surprised?
But like, come on, it's the Bengals.
What were they gonna do with it?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, but what was I saying?
You're talking about the PS4.
About buying
Madden.
PS4s. Yeah.
The career mode. I hate the career mode. The new career mode. It's awful.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. I didn't like it that much either.
Oh, QB1.
Yeah, I hate it.
I just made one a couple weeks ago. I named him Keith Weatherfields. He's got the handlebar mustache and everything. He's a baller though.
Do you like it though? Because I like playing running back or linebacker in pro mode, and now you're a quarterback and you have all these like weird discussions. Feels like I'm playing like a story mode.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
That's how I've always been. I've always liked to play as like a running back but I don't know. I really like the passing in this game a lot more than what the heck. Oh jeez, wow, that's ironic talking about passing.
Do you really like passing more in this game?
I thought I did, but gosh. No, yeah, this is cool. It's a cool game.
Well, but you threw it off your back foot across your body.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
I got no words.
What's the score? It's still 0-0, so you need to put up a 10 spot.
Come on, you gotta get a touchdown and a field goal.
Yeah, I know. I'm really disappointing my sport management program right now.
Yeah. If you're watching, maybe just tune off. No, I'm kidding. But obviously, it'll be available on Twitch and YouTube even after the live stream's over. So they'll still be uploaded if you check out Nascimento Marketing, or probably I don't know, you could probably search Baldwin Wallace 32 Blitz or something like that, and it should be able to pop up, hopefully, because YouTube and Google have pretty good SEO for that. But yeah. Do you want to
Do you have
kind
a
of...
web for your marketing stuff?
Pardon? Is that for me?
Yeah. Do you have a website or something I can look at?
Yeah, nascimentomktg. Quick plug. Check it out, everyone. But no, I do have a website. The About section probably needs to be updated because I wrote it a couple months ago. I updated a few months ago. But I do have a podcast section where you can find all the podcasts that I have, and I make like these magazine covers for each podcast. So then when it's time to release an episode coming out tomorrow with what is it? Director of International Basketball Operations for the NBA. So pretty big deal. That's tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. And every episode that releases, I make a unique magazine cover, just so when I post it on social media, it's not just the logo and blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty unique, so you can find
cool.
that. Yeah, thank you. You can find that nascimentomktg/podcast, or if you just go on the website, the podcast app. And I also have a portfolio of things I've worked on in the last 6 to 8 months. So different projects, whether it's with the hockey startup, the current soccer team, Atletico Ottawa, this event, and different things like that. But you can for sure check it out at nascimentomktg. But yeah, for sure. We can all connect too after. Pardon?
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just because the stream ends, we can all just connect on LinkedIn or continue to message in that what is it called? Stream
Instagram?
6? Yeah, the Stream 6.
Yep.
The group chat. So we can continue speaking there. And just because the stream ends doesn't mean, oh, don't talk to me. Obviously, hit me up, anything. You see someone on my network in LinkedIn, everyone who I have there is pretty, I've either had a conversation, a phone call, or we've messaged. So it's not random adding. So I can for sure try to help you out there. Even someone with a guest on my podcast, they should be aware that if you listen to it and you kind of enjoy what you hear and you kind of want to pick their brain a bit more, just be like, hey, like I heard you on Christopher Nascimento's podcast, and I kind of want to ask you a bit more about X, Y, Z. Yes, I said Z. We're in Canada, but forget where the question was going from there. But did I answer?
I asked because I want to like trade some ideas off of you about this stuff, because one of the things I've been doing. So one of the guys I interviewed, his name is Wesley Saunders. I'm gonna just tell you the quick version. He got in trouble for drug. He played in the NFL. He played for the Steelers and the Colts. He got thrown out of the league twice for drug issues. One of them was it wasn't like hard drugs. It was like drugs to help him focus.
Okay.
And the second time I don't know what it was for. Anyway, one of my other friends, he's a social media marketer as well. We were building him a campaign to help him get back in the NFL using social media. I was having like fans, type why do they want Wesley, just using Twitter and things like that. And I wanted to trade some ideas with you about that and just other sports marketing ideas. One of my friends, he owns his own business as well in Miami. He's a college buddy of mine. And I thought, maybe, we got some free time. We all could just connect and link and stuff. He's a good guy.
Yeah, for sure. So I think kind of the first thing, it sounds like switching the jersey. What's this one? Sorry. Rivers.
Rivers.
Oh, okay.
Rivers comment earlier, Nicole.
Just in terms of with the player trying to get back in the league, I think kind of the most important thing when you're creating the campaign is creating something that's authentic. So no one's gonna buy it if it's not authentic. If you're just showing someone petting kittens and puppies and holding babies, it's not authentic. If you can actually find a way to incorporate something the player believes in, so something that he actually does day to day, something he wants to do, and that is portrayed properly, I think that's a huge thing, because that's what people want. People want to hear the truth. People want to hear what's honest, and they want to hear the cold hard facts. They don't want to hear the fluff story. They want to know what's up. So I think that's a big part there. And I think something that would also help is I spoke about this with a player recently. What was it? Obviously, you and your friend who are trying to help him, it'd be difficult to constantly just manage the whole thing yourself if you're having your whole career on the side as well. So maybe even trying to come up with content, whether you're making like a web series or something like that, that he can create himself. So then he can do that consistently and kind of grow it. And it kind of makes it more authentic because it's really that first person experience. I know Leo makes content, so maybe Leo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Any sort of
Leo Chimunga, Instagram. Follow, like.
What do you think for content to make it authentic, or you know? Go ahead, Tobias.
What we were doing, we had him what did we do? So he's like really big in the community. So there was already videos of him like actively in the community, like helping people, you know, like charity, you know, events that he put on himself. We had stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And also, you know, fans, they drive the league. I was telling them maybe you should come up with a competition. You know, like I need 10 of my fans.
Hey, Tobias, your audio cut out. Tobias. 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 Tobias.
It was crazy. Like
Tobias. Tobias.
You get really into it.
Hello?
Looks like you're spitting a verse.
Tobias. Hello, are you there?
Yeah.
Sorry, you cut out.
Oh.
You're saying he was doing things in the community. You guys were gonna make an event with 10, and then you cut out.
Oh my. Yeah, he was hosting the event, you know, doing things in the community. One thing I told him he should do is he should have his fans a 10 to 15 second video why you want Wesley Saunders in the NFL. You know, so all the fans that do it, you can send them a jersey or whatever. Things like that. There's something else I was gonna say. I can't remember. Yeah, we had a couple of ideas for him, but yeah, I mean, we're still like working on it now. We're trying to get him back because he wants to play in the NFL, you know, this year. So we're trying to like, you know, help him. He played a few years, like 2 or 3 years, but yeah, there's something else I was gonna say. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I think one thing too, when you make those like different campaigns or even ideas, you have to also be like think how feasible everything is, because obviously you want, I don't know, if you're gonna promise a jersey to everyone, what if you have like 1,000 people? Can you actually, you know, send 1,000 signed jerseys? And how, you know, just including just financials, what a jersey costs, I don't know, $100, let's say $100, then to sign it and then to ship it. So then maybe you're 120, 150 with gas, all that stuff, materials that you need to get for that. So that kind of goes, and then if you kind of multiply it depending on how many fans you get, and also you don't want to, obviously I don't know the player well, so I don't know how good his engagement is or how much followers he has, but you also have to think of worst case scenario and all types of things, because you don't want to make the player look bad after. So you don't want to put out a campaign saying, hey, like send out a 10 to 15 second video and saying why you want him back in the league, and then you get 2 people doing that, because then that just hurts the player's brand as well, showing that, you know, there isn't a following there aren't people that believe in that story. So you kind of gotta have to, what's the word,
maybe you can pull it off. Yeah,
exactly. You have to just make sure it's feasible, where you're kind of checking off your boxes and you're taking care of the worst case scenarios, and that even if everything goes wrong, you're still gonna be at least breaking even somehow, whether it's just in not just financial terms, but also just as a whole of publicity, or I'm blanking, sorry, but I hope you get what I'm getting from there.
Chris, I had a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask it earlier when you were talking about your podcast. So for Mike and I, we started this like last October, and we're definitely moving in the right direction, we feel like, in terms of our traction and everything. But what are some things that you've done yourself to kind of get your podcast rolling a little more? Sure.
So I think obviously I talked to you, I think, earlier this week about the podcast. Hopefully I can become a guest on there. But I think something that helps with the podcast is understanding. It's kind of like with anything in business, just understanding who you're speaking to, right? So I identified the audience of recent graduates or current students that, what is it?
No,
sorry, I just saw the message. I don't know. Oh, is that game? Tobias, do you have to go?
Yeah, we're going to, my dad's texting me now.
Yeah, go ahead. And we can finish this discussion and then do some MTV Crypt. But Tobias, thank you for coming out. You'll be moving on to round 2. Just mark
Dude,
that now.
Tobias, good game, my man.
Good game.
You win some, you lose some.
whenever you guys do this again, I'll definitely be on. I have more time. It's just today I had a family thing.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll let you know about round 2. But
Alright.
I guess that's it for today's game. So Tobias has won, and we'll just go into the Zoom portion of it where it's just Zoom and the logo. So let me just fix the screen.
Alright.
Sorry for those tuned in.
Nice
Alright,
meeting
See you,
Nice
Tobias.
meeting
See ya.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Bye.
There we go. We're in the Zoom portion. So, Andrew, can you ask your question? Oh, it's podcasting, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just fix the Zoom again. Is that better? That's better. There we go. Yeah, so obviously I think with podcasting, is just understanding who you're speaking to. So I kind of identified a market where students and recent graduates are trying to build their network starting off. Because I know when I was in second year and I wanted to get into sports, I was going on Google and being like, how to become a sport marketer or anything like that. I couldn't find any real content or any answers. So then I kind of wanted to make content that would have helped a younger version of myself. And I knew from going to all these different networking events and, you know, kind of introducing myself to first years and asking, hey, like, what are you guys doing? And everyone had great expectations or objectives, I should say, where they want to be in baseball analytics. They want to, I don't know, work for communications with the Raptors. They want to chief executive officer, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It keeps going on from there. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I'm like, oh, what are you guys are doing? Like, what are you guys doing? So maybe I could pick their brains from there. And everyone kind of hit the same wall once you got to that question. We're like, nothing right now. I'm doing my job, which is fine. But I'm just going to continue applying online and hoping that I get the job. And, you know, for those who are in sports and for those on this stream too, you kind of know that who you know is huge, right? And who you kind of interact with and the relations that you build is massive. So I was already going for coffee chats. I understood how important it was and how important it is to others in the sports industry to kind of build that network. And obviously there's some people that don't know anyone starting off. So I basically wanted to make content for those people. So I identified a niche audience, and once they found my content, that's content that they enjoyed. So I think that's something you need to think of who you're speaking to, whether it's even just taking a whiteboard or a pencil and a paper and being like, okay, let's call this guy Bobby. Bobby is my typical listener. What does he want to hear from me? What does he want to hear from us? What kind of content does he want to see? And you kind of go from there. And hopefully when someone tunes into Nascimento Marketing on any type of platform, social media, a stream like this, you can kind of see some type of consistency where it's my name, sports, business. So mostly marketing. So that's what I go for, because that's kind of the consistent content that I'm trying to put out, and I'm trying to brand as well. So you're not really going to see me riding my bike on Nascimento Marketing. So that's why when people try adding me on my personal account, I decline, because if you're following me on business, you're following me for business. You're not following me for what I do on my weekends and what type of wings I'm eating. So I think that's a big thing to just try to, you know, relay that consistent message. So maybe if you have a lifestyle podcast, you can go from there and kind of have a greater audience. I think the most important thing is just understand who you're communicating to and what they want to hear from you. Because if you're just going this way, this way, this way, sports, bananas, school, yeah, maybe you'll get like a really niche audience. You're trying to grow it, right? So you kind of need to make it a little more broad and understand who you're speaking to. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Is your podcast on? You said it's on all platforms. So like Spotify, Apple Music, like all the above.
Let me try naming it all off the top of my head. I don't think I can do so, but it's Apple, Spotify, Google, Castbox, Radio Public. Did I say Google yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 7. So I don't know, something Ocean, and I'm slowly uploading them on YouTube. So I might put that on my social media where I'm too busy to actually film the gameplay. So if people want to film gameplay and send it to me, and I'll slap my podcast on top and give people credit for that, I'll do so. But if you see my YouTube channel, Nascimento Marketing, you'll find the first few episodes of my podcast on top of some type of gameplay. But yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I know that's the one thing that we've been trying to kind of hone in on, that like more that niche market, like you're saying. because we do talk about a lot of different stuff on our podcast, but a lot of it is geared towards whoever's listening. So for example, well, no, not whoever's listening, like who our guest is.
Mhm.
So for example, we had one of our professors, like his name's Dr. Dale Sheptak, and he super interesting guy. I like to like call him, like, you know, those Dos Equis commercials, the most interesting man in the world. Yeah, I'll think of him like that. But we would hit a lot of his specialty is social issues and sports intertwining.
Mhm.
So we'll hit some of that. We'll hit he's a huge he's practiced martial arts for decades and decades. So we hit kind of that stuff. But no, I agree. I think that's something that I think could help us out a ton, like what you're mentioning.
Yeah,
about
but
that
even though you're kind of saying that your podcast is more of like the people that you're having on in general, there are content like, what is it? Humans of New York. It's all different types of people, but then the focus is humans of New York, right? So people do tune in. Like, think about talk shows; they've been on forever, and it's always different guests: comedian, movie star, athlete, someone that helped an old lady across the street. Anything you can, but there's kind of one consistent message where you're kind of getting interesting dialogue from a specific type of person. So maybe that's something there. We can for sure talk about it. Me, you, and Mike, correct?
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike Smith. He always
Mike Smith,
I would say he's a bot because his name is super generic. He always tells me, like, BW, we have a really small campus, and there's still like a couple different Mike Smiths.
Oh yeah, that's a name that you'll never. Actually, there's one in the NHL. But yeah, me, you, Mike. I know you're listening. What's up? I know everyone's listening.
Everybody.
Shout out to my mom. Mom, I know you're listening. I love you.
Baker's still on?
Baker's still on. Baker, what's up, Baker?
Baker left after I threw that like eighth pick.
Me and Baker are boys. Baker, don't worry. We'll chat after this.
We're switching jerseys.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew. What is
Going to my natural sport.
Iverson?
My natural sport of basketball.
Okay. You know what, Andrew? Where is it? Oh, okay, never mind. I'll message you if I need it. But yeah. Sorry, Nicole. We kind of went on a little tangent there.
It's okay.
Yeah, but maybe while Andrew, you take us to MTV Cribs, we can kind of talk to Nicole a bit more. Before
He's ready. He's excited.
Yeah. Andrew's like, come on in. He's like, he has the crisp on the fridge. Yeah.
I gotta redeem myself.
He has a Ferrari in the lawn. He's like,
a little music in the background to the instrumental playing.
All right. Well, I don't want to interrupt Nicole speaking, but so basically we'll just go to the jersey part. All right.
Nicole, we'll go afterwards.
All right. So
wow.
Let's see. We'll
Can I
start.
go shopping?
You can rent. I'll ship them over to you. We'll go. Amazon's got some free shipping. Yeah, if you have Prime, we'll do it that way.
Wow.
All right. So let's see. We got Kyrie Duke, Kyrie Boston, Kyrie USA, Kyrie Cleveland, Paul George USA, Vince Carter. Happy retirement, Vince. I know Vince is definitely on.
He's definitely watching.
Yeah,
What's up? Insanity.
What's up, in Toronto? We got Mo Bamba, Kristaps Porzingis, Benji Wilson, who was, if you don't know who Benji Wilson was a amazing high school player in the 80s, and during his senior year, he was actually tragically like shot and killed. But he was like number one in the nation. There's a whole 30 for 30 on it. If you're
you
interested.
should make content. You should make some. We'll talk about this after.
All right. Will Smith, Bel Air Academy, Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Lonzo Ball.
Nice. ZO2.
Tracy McGrady, Orlando.
Toronto Raptor.
Tyler Hero, Vice City. Shaq, Orlando. Steve Nash, Phoenix.
Were any of these signed?
Any of these signed? No, we don't have any signed jersey. Whole nother story, but we have we've collected sports memorabilia over the years. Yeah. Like my brother, my dad, and I. But no, jerseys are.
Don't worry about it though, because I know Kyrie, PG, Insanity, everything. You're all watching. Andrew, we'll hook you up. Don't worry, we'll get these guys signed. Guys, we'll speak after the podcast.
Oh yeah, all right. Last couple: Paul Pierce, Boston, KG, Boston, Pete Maravich. I respect the one of the greatest college basketball players of all time. Mike Bibby, Arizona.
Baby.
Kemba Walker, UConn. This was Deshaun Thomas, Ohio State. This was Aaron Kraft, Ohio State. Another Iverson one, and Jimmy Buckets.
Hey.
Yeah, so those are, and then there's some more on the where I was sitting on the couch area. But
Let's run through those, the football ones.
oh, those. All right, let's see. This one I can actually. So this was I got this at a garage sale from. I didn't even pay for it. My friend's
Rams?
mom gave it to me.
Oh, Kurt Warner.
For Warner, yeah, it's significantly too big on me. It's like a double XL, but I mean, it was a free give
Free?
Yeah, it was at my friend's
favorite
garage.
price.
Adrian Peterson.
Damn, Andrew was ready for this. Andrew, we're gonna have you back on this stream. You're gonna be a guest. You're gonna be an additional guest.
You knew the
Hey, let me
credit
know.
card was coming.
Oh yeah.
Devin Hester.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Andrew's definitely.
Brian Urlacher.
Oh.
Allen Iverson, and I got my Mr. Krabs socks on too.
Hey, this is Mr. Content. Andrew, me and you, we're gonna make a series here. Don't worry
Dude,
about
let's do it. Let's go global.
Hey, trust me. There's whiteboards in this room for a reason.
That's all you've seen. As my professor Tony Dick. If you're, well, I don't even need to ask.
He's watching. Tony, what's up? How's it going?
Hi.
If the Professor Tony Dick says you need a hard hat and a clipboard and a vest. You can get it anywhere.
Hey,
100%.
Tony, we'll chat after the stream. But yeah, no, you'll definitely come on. I sometimes have the two representatives, myself and the Living Sport alum, and then sometimes I also have a guest come in because it kind of makes things interesting, a little melting pot. But yeah, we'll for sure get you on as a guest again. Nicole, let's go through your jerseys now. Actually, you know what? Is that little flyers over your left shoulder? No. Oh, flyers
yeah.
there too. What's that?
It's,
that a game?
No, they're just calendars.
Nice. Hey, funny story. I said this yesterday, 2 nights ago. I met Claude Giroux when he was 15, 16. Came in my locker room because he used to stay. His billet family, their son played on my team. So my mom was I think I've said this on 3 streams now. But yeah, my mom was going to give him zit cream because she didn't know who he was, but she felt bad for how bad his zits were. My sister's like, no, you can't give him someone else zit
Was
cream.
it proactive?
No, it was like actually good zit cream. But,
Oh,
it wasn't
good
like zit
stuff.
cream, but it was
I
like
just use
good
apple
cream.
cider vinegar.
Okay, that's
Dilute it a little bit. No, actually it works.
really.
Oh yeah.
What do you put inside?
Hence, apple cider vinegar. You dilute it with a little water. No problem.
Well, Proactive, I know you're listening. We're gonna send you that recipe. We'll work something out. Nascimento marketing cream coming soon. Don't worry about it. Hey, what I say? Content's going global.
Whiteboard.
Yeah. Well, there's 2. There's one here, and then there's one back. Actually,
In the back corner.
What's that one? What do you mean? Isn't there
there's
only this
there.
one?
No, there's 2. There's one back there.
Oh.
That one's the soccer one. This is
Just don't
Nascimento.
stop, huh?
Yeah, this one's Nascimento marketing. That one's work. But yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say. Anything?
You're talking about Claude and his zits? Oh, actually,
yeah.
you're speaking about Nicole.
Nicole, sorry.
I actually had, when I job shadowed, I had to dodge Claude Giroux when he ran down the hallway.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean when he ran down the hallway?
So like we were going down, we were getting a quick tour of like behind, like where the Zambonis go and everything, and the players were warming up. I had to dodge Claude Giroux like bolting straight at me. I'm like, you don't get to say that every day.
No, you don't. And
Yeah.
funny story, Claude, I know you're watching this. We're also
Hi,
from
Claude.
Ottawa. Yeah. What did you say, Claude?
Yeah.
Andrew, what do you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, but how would you say that name?
Well, what did you say?
Claude. How would you say that name?
Claude.
It's Claude.
Claude.
Claude. Yeah.
Claude.
Claude.
His son is adorable.
Well, he's Canadian.
I'm
He's
sorry.
You know him
from
personally?
Ottawa, so. No. Yeah. Sorry, I keep interrupting Nicole.
Are you going to mention how you're on a Living Sport podcast? I mentioned your man-made waterway, and it was the Rideau Canal.
Rideau Canal, Ottawa, check it out. Obviously, right now, everyone can't be traveling, but I know once travel restrictions end, everyone from the stream will be visiting Leo and I here in Ottawa. Yesterday, we agreed that everyone's going to come to an Athletico Ottawa. Sorry, I'm pointing the jerseys over there, but actually, I got jerseys. Let me show jerseys too.
All of them?
No.
Wait. Before you show the. Wait, oh no, where's he at? I got something.
It's
I got
coming
something to prove.
Here we go, guys.
What?
We
What's
have,
that?
This is the team I'm working for. We filled something the other day. It's the jersey, Atletico Ottawa.
Look at that.
Yeah, nice jersey. This is a blank one with the maple leaf on the back. Good stuff. I know you guys will be coming to Ottawa to watch this. We're gonna blow up, but don't worry. Even though we will be sold out every game, promise. Count on it. Don't worry, I'll get you guys in the game.
This is mine.
What is it?
Oh.
Eagles Super Bowl. Wow.
That's
Okay. Thank you everyone for showing up the podcast. It's over. Yeah.
I do have to show one thing. Why I was hyped to play 2K in my basement is a 2K tournament that I won.
You
Signed by yours truly,
I can't see.
Andrew George.
Andrew George.
Oh, I
Andrew
have
George.
won
I
a
know you're
2K
watching this. Thank you. No.
Yes.
Andrew, I'm just telling you right now. If we played in 2K, you wouldn't want these problems. We can set something up, but
Hey,
you don't want these problems.
Andrew, once this is done, we'll get Leo. Leo will play PlayStation with you downstairs.
You don't want these problems.
Downstairs, yeah, he'll hop on the next flight. Past the travel bans. Just
Yeah. Nicole, sorry. My brain goes all over the place. That's why I'm big idea, Chris. Don't worry. Tune in. That's mental marketing. Yeah. Is there anything else? I know. Oh, it's already 9. I took up a lot of your time. Sunday night. Anything you guys want to kind of talk about before we end the stream and all the thousands, millions of people listening will be going to bed?
I'll be going on my second living sport trip this August in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, you're going that nice.
Mhm.
So
You can come join me.
we won't be leaving the country. We're staying here in Canada.
August. Well, okay. The border opens tentatively July 31st. So ish. That's what I heard.
Look.
I said ish.
USA, you're great. I hope the border stays closed for a little longer. I enjoy.
You enjoy Canada.
I enjoy Canada.
Yeah.
And
Miss Canada. I was
Huh?
supposed to be coming home yesterday.
to Canada.
Yeah, I was
Coming
gonna
home?
fish. Yeah, I was supposed to come home
You're
yesterday.
Canadian.
What?
No, I was supposed to fish the Rideau Canal last week,
Oh.
but I was supposed to be coming home yesterday because last week was my week I was supposed to be up.
So you're coming. I thought you said Toronto.
No.
You're coming to Ottawa. Oh yeah, you're fishing. Sorry.
Yep. I would have been
Yeah.
bass fishing this week.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll make a fishing contest or some type of competition. Nascimento marketing, fishing.
You got it.
Bass fishing.
Fishing's a sport.
Let's go.
And there's pretty good fishing. We have a bunch of lakes.
never
My
watched
cousin
fish.
fishes
People fish.
professionally.
I've never
you-
fished.
You fish with me.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
We never fished before.
Don't worry about it.
Fishing is so much fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's pretty relaxing.
yeah.
I forgot what we were talking. Oh, we're talking about the living sport. You're going on
Yep.
a living sport domestic trip. Nashville, Alabama.
Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah. So minor league actually quick plug to the podcast. I had the chief commercial and marketing officer of minor league baseball on the podcast. Amazing guest. I'm blanking on his name. Sorry, I know you're watching this. We'll email. Sorry. But amazing guest. Some great insights on what they look for and the different strategies they use. So that's something to tune in. I think it's about episode 12-ish, something around there, maybe 15. Something for sure to check out. Some great insight because
I'll check it out.
he worked with MLS for quite a bit of time. He actually connected with me, someone from the MLS, so great connection as well. Andrew, Nicole, I know we've been all over the place, but if there's some plugs that you guys kind of want to do for yourself or your personal brand, by all means, please do so.
I'm not gonna plug. Well, I'm not. Oh, the podcast at Off the Wall, like I mentioned earlier. But besides that, two things. One.
No, as soon as you went Bob Marley, you cut out.
Oh dang, that was kind of funny too.
Kind of, not really. I actually cut it on purpose. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna watch like the recap on like Instagram, and then every time you ask me a question, it's gonna just skip over me and just go.
Each time.
It's literally just me and Leo talking over
Yeah, it's
Madden. Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness though, besides the Marley bracelet, I just want to say thanks for letting me do this stuff. Because I like I mentioned the first time I messaged you about everything. I think it's sweet, everything although I didn't want to play 2K, it was still cool. It was still cool.
Round 2.
We can do it, Andrew.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
Dude, I'm getting
Terrible.
scared right now. He's getting that serious tone on it.
Yeah. Well, we'll set something up. I have your information. I have.
I don't know. I got my ring. I got 2 rings. I'm a 2-time freshman and sophomore year. Won 2K tournaments.
Is that a school tournament?
Yeah, we my buddies and I put on. We had like people across different majors. We put it in this common area, and we had the first time we did it with teams, and my brother and I won, and the second time was just solo, and then I ended up winning.
Oh,
So.
cool.
I guess my humble brag, rings. I don't have them now. I don't have them now. They're in the case.
Wait,
but,
you actually got rings?
You got
No.
rings?
Oh, wow.
We're college students. We don't have that kind of money unless we're talking ring pops or
Well,
something.
you have 1,000
pops are
jerseys,
good.
so there has to be money somewhere. But,
No, it was we actually it was a $50 Visa gift card was
Oh.
the yeah. So we ended up like all going to Chipotle afterwards.
I would have wasted it at Dunkin' or Tim Hortons.
Done. Tim Hortons, there you go.
Tim Hortons.
Shout out Timmy's.
I
I
love
think Dunkin'
them.
might be better.
I hate Dunkin'. No offense.
Come on.
Hey Dunkin', I know you're listening.
Hey.
Sponsor.
I think a Canadian Dunkin' is like Tim Hortons. So
Oh,
Mm.
no,
what they call Timbits Munchkins.
Tibbits.
What?
Timbits.
Or no. They
Munchkins?
also call it donut holes.
We call it Munchkins.
No, but what's donut holes?
I've never heard of donuts.
No,
I never
Andrew.
heard- I just heard Munchkins.
More like are you talking about like this like small donut like bite-sized donut pieces?
Yeah.
Like,
They call Timbits
Those are
donut holes
Timbits.
too. Yeah.
Timbits are so good.
Timbits are
well,
really
what
good.
do you call cornhole?
Cornhole or
Don't say bad.
beanbag toss.
Oh, beanbag toss.
No.
What?
Cornhole.
The thing where there's like wood and you take like a bag.
Dude, this
A
this is
beanbag.
awesome.
A beanbag,
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have like a whole podcast about this. Like, what do you
Yeah.
call this?
Cornhole is like the flat one, and beanbag is like on a slant.
You have a different kind. It's usually just like
Yeah.
the board, and then it's just,
Is it this?
Yeah, but
I
like
just call it
cornhole's
beanbag.
like
I might be wrong. I don't want to speak for Canada on this. Trudeau, I know you're watching. Please step in if you find necessary. No, he's not stepping in. He agrees.
I just can't.
that's nothing.
This is a comedy stream now. Like I said, if you're watching this, Comedy Central, send me a message. I know you're watching this, but yeah, thank you guys so much. I know maybe Sunday I'm a little all over the place. Got working.
Oh, it's been fun.
no, I liked it.
Yeah, thank you so
If
much.
you are interested in Living Sport, you can go on livingsport.com and you can join me in Nashville. Along
go.
with 25 other aspiring sport professionals around the world, well, USA and Canada. We attend sports business conference workshops with leading professionals, and then we just build a great foundation for our alumni and encourage us to stay involved. And this opportunity today with being with 32 Blitz.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think that's the perfect way to end it.
Can I throw in one more little thing? Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I wish I wanted to mention this earlier. Sorry. It's I wanted to shout out aside from the podcast, BW Sport Management Program in general, because in all seriousness, the professors that we have, I've never been closer with like teachers in any kind of school, elementary all the way to high school, and without them and like the stuff that we do in our program, I mean, I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. So shout out Dr. Campisi, Dr. Sheptek, Professor Dick, who's working on his doctorate. So we will soon be calling him Dr. Dick, Dr. Lyons, Mike Smith, who is our new sport management club president too.
Oh, nice.
So shout out Mike. Yeah, a little clap. But
Get Mike to share the thing that you're tagged in. I have you guys all tagged
I mean, he told me he'd be watching this.
Mike,
So-
well, of course he is. Mike, Dr. Dick, all the other professors, I know you're watching this. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew, continue.
No, just a huge shout out to all of them. And BW as a whole, just I've been able to do a lot of crazy things. I'm only 19, so I'm kind of
Really?
young. Yeah. So at 19, I mean, I've been able
You
to
seem
do
to have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah. I wasn't that good at 19. Not like I was bad, but like I wasn't as mature or as calm. Anyways.
He wasn't, guys. I was there.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
How old, Nicole, how old are you?
23.
Andrew, guess our ages.
Let me set up straight, you know.
Oh my god.
All right, let me think. Christopher, you're definitely
This
Let's
one's
see.
gonna hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
the posture seems all right. still has the wired headphones though.
Oh no, I have
That's
to change the
old school.
bow. No, that's different. I usually have these bows, and usually
Let me
it's-
grab my AirPods real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Alright.
I need to buy
I
AirPods.
got AirPods. Don't worry about it.
All right, Christopher, you are 22,
Okay. What's
and
Leo?
and you got to be the same age because you guys you got a friendship going on right now. So there's a mutual.
Ooh.
You guys are both 22.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Wow.
you serious?
Yeah, you got it.
Spot on.
I'm-
This
I
is how you
feel
know.
old.
What?
I
Pardon?
feel old.
No, well, we're turning 23 this year.
We don't like
turning
talking about it, but yeah.
24 in August.
He's
Oh, when's your
turning
birthday?
23 on-
13.
August 11th.
August 6th.
Awesome!
Leo season. Let's go.
Leos!
Mhm.
Leo's. That's why we're getting along.
Okay, so the podcast
Yeah.
is done. Yeah, I'm gonna
It
leave
has
it.
to be.
Oh my god.
No, this is great. We can continue talking. I'm just going to end the stream here. But thank you to everyone to tuning in to Nascimento Marketing's 32 Blitz, presented by Living Sport. Tune in tomorrow, as tomorrow is Concordia University, based in Montreal, versus McMaster, which is Hamilton area. So McMaster Marauders versus Concordia Stingers on... Andrew, close your ears. NBA 2K.
You scheduled it one day after me.
Yeah. Oh, this is a Canadian one. It's the only one in the Canadian stream doing.
I can move.
Hey, look, Andrew, we'll be in contact. You'll be.
Yeah. I'm gonna go AWOL.
I would love to visit Toronto and Ottawa. I only get to go to like Elgin.
Oh,
Stay in
so it's
Elgin.
Elgin Street?
How do you know Elgin? Sorry, this.
That's where Lake Opinican is.
Elgin's great.
Wait, what'd you say?
Elgin has the best ice cream because the Opinican is the best ice cream on the Rideau Canal.
Have we had that?
No, wait. Are you talking about Elgin Street, like downtown Ottawa?
No, Elgin, like Elgin, Ontario.
Oh, yeah, we don't.
We're
yeah,
talking
no,
about
no,
Elgin
no.
Street. We're talking about Elgin Street. I thought you were talking about the ice cream shop. I'm like, no, that's closed now. But anyways, we can continue on the Zoom. But that's it for Nascimento Marketing's 32 Blitz. I'm Nascimento Marketing. That's Christopher Nascimento.
I'm Leo.
Below us is Nicole, and to my left is Andrew. Thank you to everyone, and stay tuned.